between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Seminoles will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. We're accustomed to seeing close, hard-fought games in this series, but last time they met, it was only the Seminoles doing the punching as they knocked out Miami.
Man, and they were throwing haymakers, they were throwing combinations, and Miami had no answer for it. Right from the opening bell, David, Florida State jumped all over.
And you got to brag about it, and it is so sweet. In-state, the state of Florida, both so talented, 5 stars everywhere in that state, all of them looking at this game. Can they do it again?
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Rushes on him. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 25. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Florida State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important, that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. At the 40, there he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. On the shuffle. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They just keep firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lofton. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
They're going to run it.
There's just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Going to swing it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air. Turning it on. Bust through behind his pad. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds. The Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. And the Seminoles in the hurry up. The give to the back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. And the Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Easy. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Carr. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Trying play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Got the first down and more. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Noles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's going to take off. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. The Noles will hustle to the line. The give. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's St. Clair. He's got it on the move. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's throwing picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the run.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial it.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Wide open downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Now on first down from the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Gibson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
It's first down from the 11. Gives it on the option. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for room. It's Berry. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. And this defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Wants to throw on first down. Turns it loose. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to...
Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs...
He's got it. First down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Pulls it in. It's Tuggle. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab down the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Seminoles, once backed up in the shadow of their have put quite a drive together. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example thereof.
Got his man quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got fourth and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the end zone. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the Hurricanes backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Leaves it with the back. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. The Hurricanes want to move quickly. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. Past the first down marker and still running. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Noles just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. To the air, it's St. Clair. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Here's the handoff. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, no! Quick strike through the air for the score. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that can score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll try the run. Powers through the defender. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to get...
Ball is loose. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just could bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Canes send out the punt unit. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Past the 20. Touchdown Seminoles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to get...
Holds it in on the left. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. NC State is piling up the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget. They're up by 17 over Louisiana Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll move the tight end. Rides to back and leaves it. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Works the middle of the field. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's shot. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and get...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just
time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Canes will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Oh, he's got some space. Lowers those pads. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Noles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wideout. The give as they work on that clock. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Fires to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Seminoles are on the Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Andrews. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. Breaks into the open. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quick pass on the fly motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man on the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
We're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And here comes the punt team. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Back to the ground with the running back. Got the first down, looking for more. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Powell.